right, we're going to talk about Alberto Del Rio. He has gotten in trouble again. We're going to discuss his situation with Tijuana. But other than that, tune in to more because just like Alberto Del Rio, it's definitely going to be some dirty laundry. It's definitely going to be more. Let's check more at the locker room here. Hey, guys, we're here at the locker room, Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH. We're here talking about why Alberto Del Rio continues to fold. We're talking about when will this man ever learn and why he hasn't learned yet. Let's get the lights as we come into the locker room. Dad about to air some dirty laundry. Now, as I call him Alberto Del Rio, I call him Toxic Del Rio. Toxic Del Rio has broke news with Wrestling World. He has been reportedly suspended in Tijuana after fan altercation. So this man just can't stop, but you know what can this man ever do to get it right? Well, let's tune in more to it. It says that former WWE star and current AAA Mega World Champion Alberto Del Rio is no stranger to controversy. The luchador has been accused of DV by AEW star Saraya and is only a few years removed from being charged with SA and you know what, but later charges were later dropped due to a missing witness. Now, another incident has Alberto Del Rio missed a time in the ring, at least Tijuana, Baja, California. Now, the news has said here that reportedly Alberto Del Rio has been suspended for 180 days from wrestling Tijuana due to altercation that occurred at AAA show in Tijuana last weekend. Now, we know that this man was a former WWE champion, won the Royal Rumble, and he also cashed his money-back contract to become the WWE champion. Not only was he a former WWE champion, but also the former World Heavyweight champion. So it's just sad to see this man fall from grace. He was pushed heavily in WWE, if you guys don't remember, being a multiple-time world champion, feuding with the likes of CM Punk, John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, The Big Show, you name it. He feuded with a lot of men, but now it seems like the video has service of Alberto Del Rio after defeating El Hijo del Dr. Wagner, storming towards the barricade, upset with a fan. He will hop over the barricade and toss a chair to the stands, and it prompted another fan to hurl a chair at Del Rio. Beer cups and objects were thrown and tossed at him, and then he was scored away. Now, it doesn't show in the video why was he so irate over the fans throwing coins at him, because he was in the match. He just took it upon himself to leave the ring and confront that fan. But throwing money to the ring after the match was once commonplace in lucha libre, though it's been phased out over the last few years. The incident reportedly resulted in a woman being hit with a chair, being taken to a hospital with an injury as a result of that. Now, this led to the Tijuana Wrestling Commission, which includes lucha legend and former WCW wrestler Damian 666, issuing a call to suspend Toxic Del Rio. Now, though he was suspended in Tijuana, Del Rio is currently free and cleared to wrestle other states in Mexico. If you do that, I mean, your reputation is already bad enough. Why would they book you and they know that you just got suspended? That's going to make their promotion look bad. They may not even make fans that are all in Mexico, other territories, not even want to do business with you. And they know if they book you, they're going to get no ticket sales, and people, for all we know, may even ride not to go there. So I highly doubt he'll get work there. But it says that he expected to be on hand for AAA Rey de Reyes this weekend in Mexico City. He'll defend the Mega Championship against El Hijo del Vikingo, if I said that right. But there's more. We'll see more of this clip here. This is the whole clip of what happened. This is what led Alberto Del Rio being suspended in Tijuana. I mean, seriously, Toxic Del Rio, when are you going to stop? I mean, this man here is literally in his late 40s, almost 50 years old, and he's still acting a fool, still getting to a fan, still throwing stuff, being toxic as he can be. I mean, from the Saraya situation to the fallout with WWE. And also, remember, he had a fallout also with TNA. Remember, he was the TNA World Champion, or at the time, Global Force World Champion, whatever they called it at that time, until he went back to TNA. He was got in trouble while being champion, and he was stripped of the world championship. Like I said, this man just never stays out of trouble. I don't know what the whole deal is with Alberto Del Rio. That's why I call him Toxic Del Rio, because the man's clearly toxic. It don't get no more toxic than this man right here, or the stuff he's doing. This man been in trouble left and right. Now, when he did have the first fallout with WWE, he did return back in 2015 to challenge then United States champion John Cena, which he did win, returning to the company when he was represented by Zeb Coulter, who was his manager. And he had a fallout a year later. But I know that he talked about the terms he was with WWE at the time with Chris Van Fleet, an interview that was surfaced back from years ago, which I will play later on. But it doesn't make no sense. This man never gets right. He went to TNA, same thing. He got in trouble over there too. I don't understand the whole thing with Toxic Del Rio. I don't know why this man stays in trouble for what he does. It just don't make any sense for what he's doing. I mean, he always got some stuff going on for what he's doing. It's always some controversy. We could talk about CM Punk. We could talk about Tessa Blanchard. This man just as much as that. It don't make any sense, though. It's always some stuff going on, so I don't get it with him. But I know he did speak on this whole incident that just happened. He breaks silence on the wrestling ban following an incident with the fan at the AAA show. Now, he did say that, of course, when he responded, he also said that he confronted a fan, of course, warning that he could face arrest. And social media footage was seen throwing a chair at him. However, the security failed to intervene, allowing the offender to leave without consequence. Despite being a victim of the attack, Del Rio was subsequently suspended by Tijuana Wrestling Commission. Now, it said in a statement to Sports Kid Wrestling, Rio condemned the commission, particularly his head, Julio Cesar Callis, accusing him of avoiding responsibility. He drew parallels to the 2015 in-ring passing away of Hijo del Perro Aguayo. The guy, if you guys remember, that was a story when he was wrestling Rey Mysterio, and that's when his neck was broke in the ring, and he ended up passing away. R.I.P. to him. Claiming the same authorities failed to do their duties back then. But it says here that he is free to wrestle other places, though. But I know Alberto Del Rio was not happy with the whole suspension. And it's crazy because he should have went out there to attack that fan or whatever reason. He should have kept his cool. It seems like Alberto Del Rio, he has a lot of trouble controlling his emotions. He cannot keep them in order. It's been like this for years and years and years, and he has never learned his lesson. This man even served time at one point. He was in jail at one point, so, well, I don't mean prison. I think it was just jail. But still, he still got in trouble, and he had to really pay for it. You would think at this point in his life he will learn his lesson, but he hasn't. He's still acting a fool, and it's always some nonsense surrounding his name. This man is one of the most controversial wrestlers I've ever seen in pro wrestling history. And his name's not even respected in the wrestling industry anymore. Despite him being a multiple-time world champion in WWE and TNA, there's no respect on his name. Now, granted, he is a great wrestler. He's talented in the ring. I'll give him that. And he was a solid heel back in his heyday. But now, you are a disgrace, Del Rio. That's why you're Toxic Del Rio. You always have been, you always will be till you get it right. I don't know what he has to do. When is this man ever going to learn of what he's done? He's never going to learn. Never going to learn. And like I said, I find it very hard to believe that after this incident, this recent incident that happened, that any wrestling promotion want to take him on. any promotion wants to deal with him at this point. He's literally a walking red flag. Every company he goes to, every territory, every promotion is always some nonsense. But I know he's had an interview with Chris Van Fleet that I mentioned earlier, and we're going to hear about it right now. And it's about him at WWE at the time.
Next to me, supporting me in something so big like that.
Are you still on good terms with WWE?
We're good. I mean, we're good. I've always been in good terms with Vince McMahon. I mean, the other stuff is it's public knowledge. My stuff with other people, but
you still feel that way about those?
No, we're good. No. I was telling my good friend Hugo Sabinovich that, I always take responsibility of my actions, and I know I got it wrong. I made a mistake, and I misjudged someone in that company last year. And being the man I am, I of course I called them and I apologize for that. And we're good. I mean, we're good. They're just going in a different direction than the direction I'm going. I don't want to be tied up to any company. I don't want to sign any contracts. Thank God I did well. I did pretty well and save my money, invested my money, and I have this other stuff going on. So I don't have to. But again, if I have to, because the other stuff doesn't work, well, then you'll see me here for many years to come.
What do you think of what you're...
Now, that was Del Rio doing an interview with Chris Van Fleet back in 2018. So approximately about we want to say 7 years ago. And he talked about how he apologized to Vince McMahon at the time, how he was cool with WWE on good terms. Say he apologized to Triple H, of everything. But I know that WWE wouldn't want no part of this man today at all. He's even forgotten of. You really don't hear his name unless he gets in trouble like he's doing now. So Alberto Del Rio, just sad that a man so talented and has so much poise and so much potential, could be one of the best wrestling stars of all time. He just ruined it by getting into trouble and never learned his lesson. And I just don't get it with him. Hopefully, he really gets his act together. I really hope, God forbid, that he gets in so much trouble and it lands him not just being in jail or prison, but no longer being with us. I really hope it doesn't come to that, because this man just steady gets into a lot of stuff. Now, I know we haven't heard anything from him in a while, but enough is enough at some point where Del Rio, and he needs to learn that. And I really hope he does, because he doesn't take a real accountability. He only does. He very seldomly takes accountability, but he said that he was the victim in this whole thing. And it's sad, though. Like I said, Del Rio, El Patron, whatever his name is, get it right. You need to. And that's all I have regarding why Alberto Del Rio continues to fold. When will this man ever learn? And I don't think he ever will. If he does learn, it's going to be too late, unfortunately. But you guys let me know what you think of this video and this whole suspension of Alberto Del Rio in Tijuana. Soon, check out the content here at Toxic Race Scandal, guys. You already know what it is at this point. It is OUT.